growing grounds. Today we're going to talk about chlorosis in trees. We're going to start with maples and then talk about birch. A lot of people are coming in saying my tree's turning yellow, what's happening? The problem is they're saying the tree's been turning yellow for several years, they're just coming to see me. It's important to get after it. Some people are coming in, their trees are so sick it's almost too late. We're standing underneath a red sunset maple here, and I've got two branches. On my left here is one with normal leaf color. It's nice and dark green. On the right is one with chlorosis. See how the leaf's turning yellow and the veins are staying dark green? That's probably the first or second stage of chlorosis. This is easy to treat. When it gets much worse, it gets to be very hard. On a maple, we treat with manganese or soil sulfur. We can use an implant or a powder. We'll show you those both in just a second. On birch, it's always the copperous iron sulfate, again, an implant or a powder. But we need to water these trees and feed them and get them going, or they'll decline to the point where you have to cut them down. So let's fix them before that happens. When you're treating for chlorosis in a birch tree or an oak tree, you need to add iron and sulfur. Iron because it's deficient, and sulfur to lower the pH. You want it down around 5 or so. When you have a maple tree, you need to add manganese. We have manganese in our Medicap MMs. We'll show you how to put these in the tree. You drill little holes, kind of like going to the doctor for a shot. When you're adding iron, copperous, I don't know why they call it copperous, but they do. This lowers the pH with sulfur and adds iron. You sprinkle this around the tree. We'll show you how to do this. Over here on the left, we have a birch tree with normal leaf color. Over here on the right, this trunk has chlorosis. So we're going to feed just this one trunk in this tree. We're going to drill a couple holes in this tree and put in the Medicap implants. We're going to be adding iron with a little plastic toy. You come into your tree. I've already put a piece of tape on to show the depth. So I've got a piece of tape as a depth mark on there. I need to have my implant at least an inch and a quarter deep. I've set the tape at 2 inches, so I have a little extra depth. This implant just pushes into the hole. Come closer if you can. And it's important to set it just below the bark. Sometimes I literally use the tip of the drill to drive them in just a little bit. Got a little recess. It shows it on the front of the package how to implant it. It's important that the head of the implant goes under the bark. That's what we've got here. Then we'll drill another hole 4 inches over and then up 3. The idea is to have a spiral so we don't weaken the tree. We'll put one more cap in here, and we'll set it the right depth, and then we'll work our way around this trunk. You go in a spiral all the way around the tree. You don't drill a circle. Then set up a sprinkler and you're good to go. The iron will be pulled up the tree and take care of it. Rolling. We're also going to show you how to put the copperas on, the iron sulfate. We're underneath the tree near the drip line where the end of the roots would be. And quite simply, we're in a mulch bed here, so I'm just going to sprinkle this iron sulfate along this area. Now you can pull the mulch back, you can do all kinds of things, but I'm going to set a sprinkler and water this in. It's important you don't get iron sulfate on concrete because it'll rust it almost instantly, leaves a nasty stain. I'm going to sprinkle on the ground, set a sprinkler here, and water it in. The whole idea is to get this taken up into the tree, and water's the other ingredient. I'll set a sprinkler here for 3 or 4 hours. The tree needs iron, it needs pH lowered, and it needs moisture. That'll help correct chlorosis. One important point about chlorosis and correcting it doesn't happen overnight. It's a long process. It may take 2 or 3 years of treating the tree. In the summer or fall, look at the color of your tree and say, it's better, I better treat it again. It works better to do both of these before the tree leaves out in the spring. That's the best time to treat it. But people see the problem now. So look at your tree in the fall and decide if you need to treat it again. It's a slow process getting the tree back to health. It took it a long time to get sick. It's going to take it a while to get healthy. Keep after it. Treat it before it gets real sick. So now we've shown you how to take care of chlorosis in your trees. Get that done and come down and see us for all kinds of neat and unusual things. Any kind of flowers you want, Growing Grounds has it.